Hey, welcome back. I got a question that I thought would be best answered in a video. All right. So I use the phrase dialogue, but what we're really getting at is it's a discussion of an interpersonal nature, and I'll show you what my initial training was. So imagine that this is a group of people, and they're sitting in a room together. So each of these circles is a human being, and they're sitting in a room together. And the instruction is that you're just there to understand the others who are present, not people who are outside, but people who are here. And there are rules, like you can't talk about your life outside this meeting. You can't talk about yesterday, even something that happened in the parking lot before you come in. And you might think, well, what are we going to talk about if we can't talk about who we are, where we work, who we're married to, how many kids we have, anything like that? Well, I mean, as it turns out, children don't do that, and they don't have any trouble. So in a way, this methodology is reclaiming something that we're extremely good at. And what I've done over the years is modify this kind of pure form and use it in a way, in a lot of circumstances, in modified form. So what will happen is, I mean, let's just say that this person, makes a comment to this person about, I don't know, about something, about the way about something about how they're sitting, or the way they walked in, or who knows, restlessness or something. And then maybe there's a comment back. Now, while all that's going on between the two of them, they're both having reactions to the other person. But the other thing that's going on is that all of these people are observing. And this whole thing that goes on is called an event of observation. In other words, it's something that has been observed. And here's the interesting thing is, this event, this is a short little conversation between these two people, was observed. I mean, it was observed by these two people, certainly, but it was also observed by all of these other people. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can actually have this up to about 16 people. And the interesting thing about this is that you have one event of observation. It happened right there and then between, had a particular behavior. So in this event of observation, it's something that can be picked up. I need to move this a little bit. There we go. It can be picked up by a video camera, right? But person 1 is going to have a meaning, person 2, person 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. These 13 different people are going to put different meanings. So person 1 will have, one meaning, and then person 2 will have a slightly different meaning. Person 3 will have, these are all different meanings. These are all personal meanings, let's just call them, all the way down. Now, what is interesting, and the reason dialogue is so powerful, is that these will never match. And this is an important thing, not supposed to match. When they all match and everybody agrees exactly what went on, that's called politics. When everybody sticks with the event, so there's just one event of observation, but multiple meanings, multiple personal meanings put to that. So that this person, says, well, this is how I understood what went on. This person says, well, this is how I understood. This person says, well, this is how I understood what went on. So they're not supposed to match. These are understandings. This is how I understood. It's how I understood it. It doesn't mean that, these are facts These are facts. The event of observation is a fact. And these are meanings. This is what it meant to me. This is what it meant to me. When everybody puts the meaning that a particular event has to it, you can see how this becomes rich, rich, rich. And the two people who were involved can now see this interpersonal world between them through the lens of a lot of people, a lot of different people. And so this is pure form. This is like, I think the most important thing to understand about this is you don't want everybody thumbs upping. Oh, it meant this to me. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. You don't want me too. What you want is you want diverse. You want heterogeneous. I think I'm spelling that right. Heterogeneous. You want heterogeneous meanings to this single event, because then these two people, person one and person two, who had that initial interaction, they now have multiple meanings that they can select from to make sense of this single event. So that's in a nutshell, pretty easy to describe this, a little hard to master. In a nutshell, that was my initial training. And so part of what we do with, when I say dialogue is the main thing, is that the dialogue prompts are set up so that people spend time understanding each other through their own lens, which is different. It's not giving advice. It's not saying this is how my world is just like yours. This is how you are me. I always think it sounds like that. This is how you are me. This is how you are me. There we go. It's not, it's not sharing war stories. It's structured so that the personal meaning that I have as I listen to you can be shared. And there's so much value in that. And that's part of why, when we're doing the narrative shifting seminars, and there are 8 of those classes for each topic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It means that there are 8 times when you put out something that you want to share and other people let you know, this personal meaning it's the impact, it's the impact you're having. And that's extremely helpful to know the impact that you're having, especially, and this is important, when it is done in a psychologically safe way. Psychological safety. What this does, the method that I do, what it does is it ensures psychological safety. And that's the way we do it. That's why it's so powerful. And that's why we do things live as opposed to, on video. Okay. That was in response to a question. I thought the question was great. I thought it'd be easy to answer. And there you go.